Hello, my wonderful students. Today, you're going to learn how to understand native English speakers, and you'll learn how to talk fast so you sound just like a native speaker. Welcome back to JForrest English. Of course, I'm Jennifer. Now let's get started. Here's how this lesson will work. I'm going to say a sentence 3 times at a natural pace, and you need to write down exactly what you hear in the comments. Let's get started. Is Tuesday doable? Is Tuesday doable? Is Tuesday doable? Did you get this one? I said, is Tuesday doable? Only 3 words, but maybe you didn't hear that last word. Or maybe you heard it, but you don't understand what this means. So let's talk about it. First, for pronunciation, some native speakers pronounce Tuesday as Tuesday, with a ch sound. Tuesday. This is not standard pronunciation in American English. In American English, standard pronunciation is Tuesday, Tuesday. But you may hear Tuesday, so don't be confused, but I recommend you use Tuesday. Let's talk about to be doable. If something is doable, it means it's achievable. So you are able to do it, it's doable. This expression is commonly used in the negative. For example, finishing the project with 3 people wasn't doable, so we hired 2 more.
It's not doable.
In this example, notice wasn't. This is the verb to be doable, is conjugated in the past simple with the subject, and it's in the negative. Of course, you can also use this expression in the positive. You could say, becoming a confident English speaker is doable. It's achievable, right? You agree with that, so put that's doable, that's doable, that's doable, put it in the comments. And I certainly hope these lessons help you do just that. So of course, make sure you subscribe and share these lessons with your friends.
Well, that sounds doable.
Doable. Totally doable.
Are you enjoying this lesson? If you are, then I want to tell you about the Finally Fluent Academy. This is my premium training program where we study native English speakers from TV, the movies, YouTube, and the news so you can improve your listening skills of fast English, expand your vocabulary with natural expressions, and learn advanced grammar easily. Plus, you'll have me as your personal coach. You can look in the description for the link to learn more, or you can go to my website and click on Finally Fluent Academy. Now let's continue with our lesson. Let's try this again. I'll say it 3 times. Dinner's ready, let's dig in. Dinner's ready, let's dig in. Dinner's ready, let's dig in. Did you get this one? I said dinner's ready. You probably heard that one. Let's dig in. Again, maybe you heard the words, but you're not really sure what this means. So let's talk about that. First, notice dinner's ready. Dinner is, and then as a contraction, dinners. Dinner's ready. Let's, this is a contraction, let us, let's dig in. Dig in is a phrasal verb, so native speakers will link those sounds together. We'll take that G sound and we'll transfer it to the next word. Dig in, gin. So you hear that G in front of in, but you have to say them as one word. Dig in, dig in. Let's dig in. Dig in has a simple meaning. It means to begin eating a meal. Someone might say, the food's getting cold, please dig in. Please start eating. Or someone might say, before we dig in, let's take a moment to appreciate this beautiful meal. Keep in mind this phrasal verb, let's dig in, it's only used with meals, but it's very commonly used and you eat maybe 3 times a day, so you can get a lot of use out of this one expression.
Dig in.
Let's dig in.
Dig in.
Let's try this again. I'll say it 3 times. Mark my words, I'll get it done. Mark my words, I'll get it done. Mark my words, I'll get it done. How'd you do with this one? I said, mark my words, I'll get it done. So again, pronunciation perhaps easy to understand the words, but what does this mean? First, for pronunciation, notice all. That's our contraction. I will, all. I'll get it. Because we have a T and it's between 2 vowels, so we'll pronounce that T as a soft D, but you have to connect the sounds together. Get it, done. Native speakers do something a little weird. Sometimes we change the word it to her, but we pronounce it as so it will sound like get her done, I'll get her done. Can you get her done? So we do that even though there is no gender in English, so the it doesn't represent a female noun. But when we do change a noun to a gender, we always use her, but we pronounce it as get her done. You can hear that in this clip.
I think I can get her done in under 5 hours.
Now, to get it done, to get something done, native speakers will commonly say get her done. This simply means that you complete a task, but we're using it because the task is obvious. It's already been identified, so you can change it to it. So if you're in a meeting and you're discussing a report, then it's obvious, so someone might ask you, can you get it done by 5 o'clock? You can reply back and say, mark my words, I'll get her done. Now, what does mark my words mean? This is a way of saying I promise, or I'm certain this is true. In this case, it's a promise, I will get it done, and that's why we're using the future simple, because we use the future simple with promises and commitments. You can use this expression in more of a dramatic way to say, I'm certain this is true. For example, you shouldn't work with that company, mark my words. So you're emphasizing your certainty about the fact that the person shouldn't work with that company, maybe because they have a bad reputation. Mark my words. So you can use this as a standalone expression before or after to sound quite dramatic, quite forceful.
Mark my words, Seinfeld.
Mark my words.
Mark my words, pal.
Let's try this one more time. I'll say it 3 times. We need to up the ante. We need to up the ante. We need to up the ante. Did you get this one? I said we need to up the ante. To is commonly reduced to just a ta. We need to up the ante. Notice that pronunciation, ante. And you can pronounce the as the with a long E because ante starts with a vowel. Native speakers don't always follow this rule. To up the ante, this is when you increase your demands in a situation or your risk involved in a situation, and you do this to achieve a better result. This is commonly used in negotiation. So imagine there's a union and they're negotiating with the company, and the union increased their demands. They upped the ante. For example, the union upped the ante by demanding a 5% raise. Now notice here, the word up is used as the verb, to up the ante, and that's why it's conjugated in the past simple, upped. And notice that pronunciation, it's a soft T. The ED is pronounced as a soft T, upped, upped, the ante. Now, you negotiate anytime you're entering into a partnership, an agreement, even when you accept a job with a company. So you can use this expression. Maybe a business is trying to get a new contract. And someone says, I thought we had until the end of the week to accept the contract. And someone else replies, we did, but they upped the ante. So they increased their demands. We have until 5 p.m. tonight.
Great emotion. Talk about upping the ante.
Well, the dress, up the ante.
We've got to up the ante.
Now let's do an imitation exercise so you can practice your pronunciation. I'll say each sentence again 3 times, but after each sentence, I want you to repeat it out loud. Here we go. Is Tuesday doable? Is Tuesday doable? Is Tuesday doable? Dinner's ready, let's dig in. Dinner's ready, let's dig in. Dinner's ready, let's dig in. Mark my words, I'll get it done. Mark my words, I'll get it done. Mark my words, I'll get it done. We need to up the ante. We need to up the ante. We need to up the ante. Do you want me to make more lessons where we test your listening skills? If you do, then put yes, 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 put yes, yes, yes in the comments below. And of course, make sure you like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe so you're notified every time I post a new lesson. And you can get this free speaking guide where I share 6 tips on how to speak English fluently and confidently. You can click here to download it or look for the link in the description. And you can keep improving your listening skills with this lesson right now.